You are now listening to the Art of Winning show with your host and co-host, Eddie Truck Gordon and Miyoko Taylor, two best-selling authors. Eddie Truck Gordon is New York Emmy award-winning fighter, UFC Ultimate Fighter champion. Miyoko Taylor is a celebrity personal development coach and thought leader. Both have mastered the art of winning. It's never too late to tap into your amazing, and remember, success has no age limit.
Super excited. We are recording. We are live for the Art of Winning show. I'm excited about today's guest. I am not even going to do her injustice. I'm going to have her introduce herself. But it's me, Eddie Truck Gordon, with my amazing co-host, Miyoko Taylor, Mr. Amazing himself. And our guest today needs no introduction, coming all the way from the other side of the pond, Mrs. Kerry.
Kerry.
Hi, Kerry Katona. It was a long swim to get here across that pond. I'm shattered. I'm absolutely knackered.
I love it. Now, I love the accent. Like, our listeners are in for a treat. Now, I'm going to tell everybody a little secret. I changed my whole entire perspective on the show. I used to research guests, and I tried my best not to research you. I was so excited. I was on pins and needles, waiting for this interview because I have so many questions. And what attracted me to you was the fact that I seen beautiful.
Chest.
That too.
Don't be BSing on here now. You know I've got the rack.
That's you. That you do. The truth is out, and that's what we do here. That's the beauty of the show. We keep it 100% real. The rack as well as the fact, I like that rhymed. 5 kids, and I was like, wait a second. How is this beautiful young lady? She has no kids, but she has 5. Single mom, successful. I gotta find out what's going on here. And here we are. So without further ado, tell our listeners a little bit about Kerry Katona.
Kerry Katona, just Google me, it'll be easier. I'm joking. Well, I became famous when I was 17 in a girl band, a British girl band called Atomic Kitten. And I ended up getting married to a boy from a boy band called Westlife, Brian McFadden. And I kind of got the thrill of getting married, which I continued to do several times over a course of 20 years. I think it was a cake, wedding cake. I have 5 children to 3 different men, 5 kids. I don't even like kids. I'm joking. In the UK, I'm a reality TV star. I've done things like I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, which I won. Then I did Celebrity Big Brother, which I became the runner-up in. I did Dancing on Ice, which is like Dancing with the Stars in America, but it's on ice. I did win that one. And I've had several of my own reality TV shows. My main job is being a mother to 5 amazing children. Molly, who is 16, Lily's 15, Heidi's 11, Max is 10, and DJ's 4. I don't want no more kids. I've got myself into great shape. I don't want no more men. I'm going to become a lesbian. If it had been a lesbian the first time around, it would have saved me a lot of money and all these divorces I keep having. I'm an only child. I was brought up in foster home. I had 4 sets of foster parents, 3 different refuges for battered wives and kids. My mum had mental health issues. The first time I saw my mum slit her wrist, I was 3. And that continued up until I was 17. She used to take overdoses. I was pushed around from pillar to post. My mum's boyfriend stabbed her. I pulled the knife out, got put into foster home. And then when I was 14, my mum became a lesbian, as one does. You know, why not? Try it. And I was only allowed to have supervised visits with my mum at the time. And she went into the toilet in this pub, proper British pub. And as I followed her in the toilet, now the reason why I'm telling you these stories is I'm very open and honest about my life, and I want to help other people conquer their demons and things that they've been through, because I feel I've been through these things for a reason. I don't want the fame. The fame just follows me over here in England. On the other side of the pond, you've not got a clue who I am. But it doesn't matter. I have a story to tell, and I want to tell it. So when I was 14, I followed my mum into the toilet. She had this white bag of powder. I said, "What are you doing?" And she put her finger in this powder and put it in my mouth. And she told me it was sherbet. It was speed. And I was only 14. I went home to my foster parents and was like, what's going on? And that became my normal, that's my normal weekend. I snuck off with my mum, I saved my pocket money, and I started to do speed with my mum at 14.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine doing that with my children. But my mum had a lot of mental health issues. She had a really shitty upbringing herself. And then from the speed, it went on to the coke, and then I was doing ecstasy tablets, and then after my first husband left me, the famous guy, he left me for Delta Goodrum. I think you guys know who she is.
I like you way more than her.
Obviously. And then I moved back to England, so I was living in Ireland, and ended up marrying my mum's drug dealer, as one does. And it kind of went downhill from there, and I was doing so much. I've been clean for 9 years now. My children never witnessed anything. They've never seen anything. I kept it very hidden. I think when you have an addiction, you become a great actress or an actor, and you become very well at hiding things.
Yes.
But at the time, at the peak of my career, people were selling stories left, right, and centre. You know, in England, I'm known as a car crash, so to speak, but with a personality, which is okay. And that's been pretty much my life, and I've been on this mission to find the right kind of man, because as a child, I didn't want to be rich and famous. I wanted to have a husband and children and the 9 to 5 and put the tea on the table and do the homework. And I think that's why I got married so many times, to try recreate my dream.
Right.
Of having that security that if I have a husband and the children and I'm doing the housework and, the whole 1950s kind of thing is what I wanted. And I never got it. My last husband, we're just going through divorce. You think I should become a lawyer myself, that many divorces.
Listen.
He was quite aggressive and he was quite violent towards me. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm not blaming my mum for the drugs. I'm not blaming my husband for the violence. I allowed myself to be in those situations. No one forced me to do anything I didn't want to do. There were times I was having epileptic fits from taking drugs. And it was almost as if I was being feisty towards my husband, because I wanted to get a good hiding, because I thought that's what I deserved. But I'm stronger than ever now. I've walked away from it. And if there's any women out there who want to marry me, I'm joking. And that has been my life. And I have turned it around. I've been bankrupt twice, married 3 times, 5 children, 3 different dads, 4 sets of foster parents, 3 refugees with battered wives and kids, 9 different schools, and I've lived in about 98 different homes. I feel amazing, and I have a story to tell. So come on, hit me, fellas. What have you got?
I want to chime in here. When Eddie first told me that you were going to be on the show, he doesn't research, but I do my research.
Yeah.
I like looking up, and forgive me, everybody listening. I have a little bit of a cold today. You know how we do, 100% authentic. But when I found out that you were going to be on the show, I started Googling and looking up some information. And I saw all these particular things on you, of course. But the reality of it is this is what the art of winning is all about. Most people, when they hear people come on shows, they hear all these positive things and how they made all this money and how they're so awesome and everybody isn't. So when I started to see you, I'm like, this would be a powerful testament to somebody that may have gone through all these things, maybe going through these things right now. We have no idea what we get with our guests, and we always ask each other, how are we going to top the next person on this show? And you've already revealed so many things that most people don't have the bravery or the courage to even be open with themselves. And when I'm talking to you, I can see somebody that's 100% authentic and comfortable with who they are. So, I just want to commend you, on that, because a lot of people are going to be helped and get a lot of value from what you're saying. because most people don't realize the other side of success. You know, sometimes...
and that's another thing. People have said to me, do you think it's because of your fame? I actually think fame saved me more than anything. If I didn't get in the girl band, I probably would have stayed in my hometown with my mum and probably been on heroin by now. So it did save me, but I think when I became famous, I kind of wanted to prove to the people who was in my life during, you know, going to the pub with my mum and taking drugs, that I hadn't changed. You know, and people who didn't do drugs were snobs. I thought they were snobs. I didn't know any different.
Wow.
Sorry, I had a call coming through, bear with me. I didn't know any different. Sorry, that was my drug dealer.
She is joking, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm joking. The thing is...
I made a confession. I'm in love.
You're only human. You know what it is? I think it's accepting your past. So many people say, what's your biggest regret in life, Kerry? I haven't got any. My second husband, I was a millionaire. I was minted. I had Lamborghinis, Aston Martins. I had the whole lot. I even took my eldest two children to a refuge just so they could see that not everybody has got 3-4 cars in the drive or a cinema room in the house or a swimming pool. And because my eldest two children were born to 2 pop stars, so they were born with a silver spoon in the mouth, whereas I was born with a twig. You know, so I wanted to make sure that they appreciated and they had gratitude and they was grateful. I hate spoiled little kids. I hate little shits like that. You just think, ugh. You know, I want to make sure that my children give them a kick. I'm joking. I wanted my kids to feel grounded and appreciate it. Like, no, I'm on my ass. You know, I've got a beautiful 6-bedroom house. It's rented. I've got 5 amazing children. I only got out of my second bankruptcy 7 months ago, but I feel like the richest person in the world. You know, I'm clean because I've just had a wash. I'm joking. I'm clean from drugs.
That's a good thing.
I think it's the English sense of humour. And that's what I want to do. I want to put a twist on the whole motivational. And, you know, I think if you can't laugh at yourself, you have nothing. And people say, what's your biggest regret? I have no regrets. I can't have regrets. If I constantly dwell on the past, I'm going to get stuck there. I can constantly think about how much my second husband, all the money he stole off me, and the accountant who ended up in prison for stealing my money, and I lost everything. I could think, oh my God, when I had all that money, what good is that going to do to me? I need to move on from it and accept it. And an advice to anybody is don't hate anybody, no matter how much harm they've done to you, because it eats you up. It eats you alive. You got to forgive and move on.
I love your message, love your positivity, because I tell people all the time, we can't blame anybody for our life experiences. Versus,
no, you can't.
If somebody's responsible for causing harm in your life, it's our job to fix it and get over it. I'm not a big believer in excuses, and everything you're saying resonates with me, because a lot of times people, when they're looking from the outside in, they think you have this perfect life. They think you know that you're an overnight success. They think this, they think that, and I believe it's just insecurities in themselves. I feel like when you're authentic, like you are, you're free. We say it all the time.
Authenticity
allows you.
Yeah, 100%. It took me a long time to get to this stage. When I lost my money, I was so angry. Not because it was my money, but I worked so hard to make sure that I could secure my children's future. So that's why I was so angry. But it took me a long time to realize I'm still really blessed. I've got my health. I had another opportunity that, even though I didn't have millions in my bank, I have a platform of being Kerry Katona that I'm still able to give my children an amazing life. You know, I fart, shit and burp like everybody else. I'm human. I make mistakes. But they do smell like a little bit better though.
A little bit better.
It's about owning it. You know, if you've done mistakes, own it. You know, I also have bipolar, which I got diagnosed, which was manic depressive, which is what my mum had. but they're always coming up with new names for all kinds of things now. And I got diagnosed in 2005, and I ended up going to rehab for 6 weeks for drugs in Arizona, to Cottonwood in Arizona, which was amazing. I'd love to go back just for the whole routine of it. It was an amazing experience. It was really spiritual as well. And I've done talks at Oxford University as well, about the genetics of mental health. And to be a child and watch your own mum slit her wrist in front of you over and over again, it made me feel worthless. And so when I was in rehab, I only had 2 children at the time. I got their names tattooed on me because I kind of thought, if it is genetic. Sorry.
No, don't worry.
We got you.
He just won't take no for an answer.
The magic is ending. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna take care of it.
I'm joking, but I don't mind this. I think there's such a taboo and a greyness and darkness over addiction, over mental health, that I think you've also got to be able to laugh at yourself. There's an infamous interview, I don't know if you actually watched the interview when you Googled me, slurring my words on a really famous TV show, which was due to bipolar medication. I mean, I take the piss out of myself now, because you have to laugh at it. If you constantly think of that as a bad thing, it kind of eats at you. And I did a load of research in the mental health, and I kind of thought, well, if it is a genetic thing, and I kind of go down that road, I'd have to be one selfish person to slip through my children's names. And that's how I dealt with the suicidal thoughts. There's a way to help you with everything. The only person who's ever stopping you getting yourself any help is you. The only person who's putting up them walls in front of you is you. There's something out there to help everybody, absolutely everybody. I know my triggers with my bipolar and addiction, but I also know my tools to fight those triggers, and how it doesn't matter what situation you're in, it's how you deal with that situation.
Kerry,
I love everything. I love everything that you're saying right now. And two things stuck out to me: hate and regret. And what
Me
most
chest
people
again.
Yes.
Boys will be boys.
So
I've also done stand-up comedy as well, so
you can hear the UK, London, British humor all through you. It's hilarious.
I think humour's a massive factor. Humour's always been my defence mechanism, and I think when I do talk to people, if you put a bit of humour onto it and a bit of so many people feel so ashamed of what's going on in here, especially mental health. If I had 3-degree burns on my face, or I had a limb missing and my speech was slurry, people would sympathise because they can see visibly what the problem is. If I'm slurring because of my medication, but the problem's in here and no one can see it, people don't understand it. If people can't see it, they don't understand it. Right. And I remember one of my many psychiatrists, I kept them in business for a long time, told me, tell the public you've had a drink problem. Tell the public you've had a drug problem. Don't let them know you've got mental health issues, because they can't see it, they don't understand it.
Wow.
I'm gonna say something. Sorry, Miyoko, because I'm fired up. I'm gonna say something as well, because Kerry, you're being so authentic. Most people don't even know or have a clue, but I can relate to you so well, because success is a very, very lonely road. But even before that, I went through a divorce myself, married to my high school sweetheart, that was the end all be all, got 2 beautiful kids. When we were separated, I was so down, I was depressed, I'm probably bipolar, I had mood swings, and I hid it from everybody. I wasn't authentic, I didn't allow it to shine through. And when people wanted to come hang out, wanted to help me, I turned it down. I always was busy. That was like my scapegoat. And to hear, your story, makes me feel like, okay, it's okay to be normal. I became free once I stopped caring what people think. Because like you said, mental issues it's like a taboo topic. Nobody wants to talk about it.
It is.
It's scary though, because it's just like anything else.
What people have to remember as well, other people's opinions do not define you as a person. That doesn't make that's your reality.
I love it.
Yes, love it. Yes.
And that took me a long time because whatever article or whatever it is I'm doing, I just done a photo shoot with an OK magazine, which is a big, thing over here. I'm still on TV. Everybody has always got an opinion, but that doesn't make it my reality. Their voices and their thoughts about me does not make me who I am. I know who I am, and that's all. I'm a crazy shit. I'm a crazy psycho bitch, and I'm okay with that. My kids are happy, they're healthy, they love me, I love them. It's just me and my children. I have no childcare, I have no cleaners. I got out of bankruptcy 7 months ago. My car's on finance, I rent my house. It is just me and my children, and that's all that matters.
I love it. I say it all the time. I'm sorry, Miyoko, don't kill me. I say it all the time. Somebody's opinion does not have to be your reality, and you are touching on every single thing that I preach and I live about, and that it's so amazing to hear that, because you don't realize how powerful you are and what you're saying. This is going to give you the platform to reach millions. Like Kerry, just so you know, you're saving lives. And I tell people all the time, like Michael wants to save 10 plus million lives, and you're going to help that journey, because I can see you being on a huge stage, motivational speaking, telling your story.
Right.
That is my vision. I have my vision board in my dining room.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I do. I have all these blank checks with like millions of pounds that are wrong. And I have my vision board, and I generally believe I haven't gone through what I've gone through for nothing.
Yes.
Just I've had 2 autobiographies out. Go online, buy them, read them, give me some money, royalties and all that. They are a really good read. And if my story helps just change one person, I'm happy. Because when I was going through what I was going through, nobody helped me. I always felt so ashamed. I was embarrassed. I felt guilty. I thought, oh my God, I've got these thoughts in my head. I thought I was going crazy. And if I knew that there was somebody else out there who'd been through it and was so open about it, my life may have been a lot bit different. But I'm glad my life hasn't been any different. It's made me who I am today. Every bad situation that's happened to me, I take everything away from it, and it's built me up of who I am today.
You know what? I want to make a comment, because there's 2 things that are just burning in my brain right now. Because you're talking about, everybody that's been on the show, me and Eddie talk about it all the time. When you're 100% authentically you're free. It's like there's no shackles on you. So I just want the audience to understand that hate and regret are forms of control. And I don't think people really look at it that way, because if you're stuck in the past, you're stuck regretting everything about your life. You are letting the past control you. So you're stuck in the past. Present is passing you by, and you have no future. Your future will be the regret that you're experiencing. And another thing with hate, you put all that energy, mentally, physically, emotionally, into despising or hating that individual. That individual is controlling you. And 100%. People don't realize that person is controlling you. So while you're saying, oh, I hate their guts and I wish they die and all these other things, this person is living their life free from all the abuse, all the pain that they've caused you, while you're harboring every last bit of it. And that person still controls you till this day. And I want people to really understand that.
The hate that you're feeling, it's affecting you mentally and healthiness and your immune system. It really does affect you massively. Laughter is such a wonderful medicine. I've been off my bipolar medication now for almost a year, and because I was going through divorce, I was off it for a good few years. Got with my husband, who was very controlling. I knew what I was getting myself into. He was a bad boy. He'd been in prison. I'm a sicko. It turned me on. I kind of like that, He's 6'4", big black man, beautiful, bad his nails. I was like, get in there. I wanted to change him. I'm a sucker for a lost cause, and he had a lot of mental health issues. He had a lot of drug problems. I wanted to help him, and I realized I can't help somebody who's not willing to help themselves, and it was costing me my own life. And I was so unhappy. If I'm unhappy, my children are unhappy. And a lot of people say, who's your main priority in your life? And a lot of mums and dads go, my kids. I get that. you're wrong. You've got to make you your priority. Because without you, your kids got nobody. And people might think you're selfish, Cal, you're being selfish. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not, because if I'm miserable, unhappy, it's a domino effect and it's going to affect my children. I have to put me first before anybody else so that my whole household is happy. If I get poorly, if I get ill, there's no one going to be here to help support my children.
I love it. I think
so many people, especially women, mums, wives, they put their life on hold to make sure their kids get everything, to make sure their husband's happy, to make sure, and we make this household happy. What about you? You've got one life. It's not a very long one.
I love it.
I don't sit on my deathbed and go, I wish I did that. Oh, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I don't.
No,
and I have so many, and I don't even mind making even more mistakes. I'm sure I'm going to make loads of mistakes. Bring it on. I want to make mistakes.
You know why you're successful? Is because you're not afraid to fail. Most people handicap themselves and hold themselves back because they look at failure the wrong way. Failure. Yes.
But do it anyway.
We're touching so much right now.
This is blowing my mind. Like, we need to have like a 3-part series with you. You're literally hitting on every single.
Feel the fear, but do it anyway.
That's right.
Yes. Yes. Embrace it. I tell people all the time, embrace the fear because you're going to fail your way to success. And you touched on so many amazing things. I tell people all the time, you can't help anybody, you can't love anybody until you love yourself. The best thing.
I'm still working on that. I'm working on loving me and my self-worth. And I'm on a journey right now, and I'm not ready for anybody to be in my life or be around my children. I need to work on this and this as well. And it's not an overnight thing, you know. No. I still have issues. I still have problems.
Yes.
And every day is a new day that I'm learning something new about myself. I'm not going to sit on here and pretend that I've got it all. I know exactly what I'm doing with my life. I've got it all under control. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing half the time, but that's the beauty of it as well. It's learning. There's nothing you can read in books that's going to teach you everything about life.
I love it.
It's a roller coaster.
Oh, gosh,
I love it. The experience makes you the expert.
Yeah. 100%.
Listen, you are getting an absolute treat. Like, this is an absolute treat. Like, all you guys listening right now, Kerry, you got to tell everybody what platform, where they can reach you, how they can connect with you. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to get emails, you're going to get DMs, you're going to get messages saying thank you. And that's the best feeling you're ever going to get. We're going to get you on stage. You're going to speak to the world. You are going to be the top motivational speaker in the world. Why?
Can I keep my clothes on though?
You got to keep the clothes on. That's gonna we already know if you take them off, you're gonna sell. But we're gonna sell you from the inside out. I am fired up. I'm probably yelling and screaming. My audio guys are gonna yell at me because I'm gonna be going past the 3 levels. But I am excited. The excitement, the energy that you're bringing to the show. Listeners, you listen to the Art of Winning show, and you are getting a treat from Kerry Katona.
Yes, you don't want to miss this one.
I don't know if you ever had this platform. You would tell me how you were nervous. You never did a podcast. Like,
100%. Even I've been in the industry for 20 years, from the age of 17. I'm now only 21. I'm 37 now. I look 21. But even
I'm 37
now, when I do live TV, I still absolutely, my ass goes like that. I shoot myself and go, oh my God. But if I wasn't nervous, I can't think it means I don't care. I still care about what I do. I'm blessed that every job I do is completely different. No 2 days are the same. I haven't worked since 2 weeks ago, so I'm always at home with these kids. I don't even like kids.
Makes the two of us.
Whatever it is I do, I get nervous, and I think that's a good thing. Live in the present. Work on those nerves and that excitement, and take everything in. Everything you're gonna do, and remember it all. I mean, it's a buzz. It's the best. It's better than any drug, any line of pure pill, any heroin. Not that I've ever done heroin. Anything like that. It's the biggest thrill in the world. It's like, and you'll walk off and you'll feel proud, and I'm getting excited. Look, I'm sweating.
I love it. I love it. You make sweat look good. I'm telling you, when you're gonna change, so I don't think you can understand and realize what you're doing right now. When I first met Miyoko, he said, Truck, being a fighter is cool, but you can't really change and impact lives. You're not gonna realize it. And I was thinking in my mind, this guy's out of his bird. He has no idea. And we got together and we wrote my first book. And the first day somebody emailed me and said, thank you, you saved my life. I had no idea that somebody like you could go through some of the ups and downs. And I was thinking about committing suicide, and I want to live now. That feeling blew me away. It overwhelmed me. I screenshotted it.
I buzz off it. It's amazing. I mean, I've started doing results with Kerry, which you've seen, which is all about your body. And the one thing, it took me a long time to realise with a lot of, it depends on your doctors. People with depression, a lot of postnatal depression, mums can go to doctor, I'm feeling depressed, and they just write you a prescription out here, take these. The biggest antidepressant you can do,
fitness,
exercise.
Yes. And
it's not rocket science. If you put shit food into you, you're gonna feel shit.
100%.
It took me a long time. Yeah. But the biggest battle that you have with exercise is with yourself. It's like the 5-second rule. I think you've got to do it before your 5 seconds is up. Otherwise, you just don't do it. Yes. And in your head, you're going, I'll do it on Monday. And you'll find an excuse not to go.
Always.
But once you get yourself in that routine, it becomes second nature. As soon as your feet touch the floor in the morning, get up, get it done, and bam, you'll be hitting the snooze button before it's even gone off.
I love it. Kerry, I'm sorry. I know I'm stealing this from Miyoko. I'm sorry. I'm fired up.
Where can we find you? I mean, people want to know. You're giving us all this amazing information. Where can we find you at?
Where can we find and see this beautiful face? I know, because I already stalked you a little bit already. But
well, if you watch Crime Watch next week, I make an appearance on that quite regular. Try your locals. Jail. I'm joking. I've just opened up a YouTube channel. I haven't done anything on there as of yet, so I don't want to put anything, there's nothing on there. I have my Instagram, which is Kerry Katona 7, and there's also my Twitter, which is Kerry Katona 7, and then there's Results with Kerry, which is, guess what? It's called Kerry Katona 7. Yeah. So go and, I mean, I'm sure you guys can just put up my Instagram or whatever, but yeah, I'm on there.
That's it. Make sure you go and you follow Kerry, because I'm just warning you, Kerry, you're stuck with us now. You're stuck with us. I have so many thoughts running through my mind already and so much plans for you. You're literally you're going to be on stage in front of millions of people changing lives, because when I find somebody that's passionate about the same things that we are, you touched on so many things that me and Miyoko have spoke about to our previous guests, spoke about to our listeners. And this is unscripted. That's the part I love. This is raw. This is unscripted. This is just be yourself, share your story with the world, and you have done that. Before we let you go, you're not getting out of this.
Let's do it.
Look at that stud right there. Let me see.
Hey, what's up, little guy?
Hi. This is my son, Max. He's the only boy with 4 girls.
Oh, my. Listen.
Just bear with me 1 minute.
Max.
Only for you, say, go on.
No, listen.
Don't get lost. Go play on the motorways.
Listen, the secret's out, Mom. Sorry, I can see all the love that you give him. And I'm in love with your youngest daughter because I have a DJ as well. And
oh, yeah?
Yes, indeed. He's the oldest, though. He's a boy. But yours is a lot cuter than mine. I need a girl. I can't make girls.
I've told you, I'm not giving you no girls.
Well, you said Kerry 7, Kerry Katona 7. You need 2 more.
No, I'm done. I'll wait for grandkids now. I'll be a glamorous granny.
Yes, you will. All right, here we go. For every single episode, we usually give listeners a challenge. And it's something that they can actually do and is applicable to their life. Since we have you on the show, we're going to give you the platform to take it and run with it and issue a challenge to our guests, whatever you want, something that they can use to become successful and master the art of winning. Ready and go. It's all yours.
You're on.
Okay. Every morning when you get up, write 3 things down that you want to achieve in life. That's it. Simple as that. And then read it 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, for 30 days. Get back in touch and let me know if you achieved it and how you're feeling different. Dead simple.
You know what's scary?
That's so easy, so simple.
You're scaring me because some of the things that you're saying is spot on with everything that we live, the way we live. You heard it here, listeners. That is your challenge. Wake up in the morning, write down 3 things on a piece of paper. How about this, Kerry? Can they keep it and carry it on them so they can read it, like you said, 3 times a day?
Yeah, you have to write it on a piece of card, keep it on you, and read it morning, noon, and night for 30 days.
I love
But
it.
try and keep it on you, and then just get back in touch and see how you're feeling about it.
That's
And try
it.
and love yourself. It's a hard challenge, that. Loving yourself, it is a really difficult challenge, but try it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. You heard it here, listeners. I'm going to give Miyoko the floor because I am like so blown away. I am so happy and so grateful that you took the time to come on with us. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let Miyoko take us out because I'm like so blown away.
Kerry, thanks so much for being on the show. I mean, we talked about hate, we talked about regret, we talked about mental health. You shared so much with us. And I have a feeling this will not be the last time that we're together, and people are going to see you all over the world, especially in the States. I think you're going to spill over from Europe right over to our country here. And yeah, I'm glad you actually took the time to do this show, and I have nothing else to say other than that. You've been absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, thank you for having me, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I think whatever kind of opportunities you get to let your voice be heard. I mean, I only met you on Instagram the other day, and an opportunity has occurred. Grab it, take it. I don't know you guys from Adam. You could be on the most wanted list for all I bloody know. But as long as people are hearing, your voices and hearing your stories, that they're not alone, I'm happy.
Love it.
And
Love it.
that's it. We'll leave it at that.
We're signing off. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks, guys.